Okay, and welcome to Rochester, New York, home of the Rochester Americans and BK Selects. And actually, I believe we are just outside of the city of Rochester. And we're going to get going for today's matchup, which today features Mid-Fairfield 2010 Junior Rangers against the 2010 Long Island Gulls. And we're coming live from Fairfield, New York, as I said, home of BK Select and the Rochester Americans. And it's a nice two-sheet rink and not too far away from the hotel, which is always appreciated. And so last night, Mid-Fairfield is recovering from its wounds last night in more ways than one. First going down to defeat to Mount St. Charles 8-3. It's a rough game for Mid-Fairfield, but the boys have bounced back this morning. And also last night, Braden Heckel took a puck off the arm, but in true Heckel fashion, he is back out there skating again and looks okay. So it was good to see Braden. I think he was, at best, a game-time decision. But knowing father and son, it's not surprising to see him out there. So in net against the Gulls is going to be Joe Violante. Joe already has, I believe, 2 wins against his former club. And so 2 wins and a loss. He's had all 3 games against the Gulls and seems to play very well against his former mates. So Joe Violante will get the start in net after Chris had the game yesterday against Mount. Mount is, honestly, is not making excuses, is one of the best teams I've seen all year. And their player, number 14, Carbonneau, is one of the more skilled players I've seen so far this year. He just seems to be a boy amongst men out there. But credit to Mount for taking it to Mid-Fairfield, and hopefully we'll bounce back today with 2 more wins. So we've got the game this morning against the Gulls, which is a familiar foe, and then tonight we'll be playing against the Rockets, another team that we see quite a bit of. It's the old friend Chris Conklin from the Rockets. And so we'll get going in just about 30 seconds. So if a couple of parents just give us a shout out on the parent chat and let us know how it looks at home. We had some problems yesterday with the streaming. There was a junior game going on, and I believe they were blocking YouTube at the rink. So hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. Okay, we've got some reports that it looks good. So we'll get going here just in a second. And you can look over at the bench and see Coach Graggs and Coach Nick and Coach Letty over there, the full complement of the Mid-Fairfield Brain Trust. Letty over there telling Coach Graggs about, eating ketchup potato chips or something. Something equally as important, pontificating. You can see Graggs looking up at the ceiling. So the Mid-Fairfield boys surrounded the net. we'll get going here. So you'll see each rink has its own unique challenges. You'll see the camera will bounce a little bit on this one, and it's not the cameraman drinking. It's the bounce in the floorboards every time somebody walks by, or so. Don't blame the cameraman. It's not him, and it's not me. And actually, next week we're going to be premiering a new camera that Coach Graggs has picked up. So get even better audio and visual, I think, for you at home. And we're going to start with the Mid-Fairfield starting lineup. Yanni Malafis at center, and he's surrounded by Beck and Scranton, Shunk and Klingenstein on D, and as I mentioned, Violante in net. We're going to get going here. So win by the Gulls, D-to-D pass in their own zone. Across the center line into the Mid-Fairfield zone. Shot, blockered out in front, saved by Violante. Beck up with the puck, loses the handle. Conroy is able to pass it over to Sinqui. Unable to hit the net. Conroy back up to it. Shot by Hurl. Doesn't hit the net. Hurl collects at center ice, passes over to his partner. Hurl back up with it. Across center ice. And dumps it into the corner. So far, the Gulls controlling pace of play. Shunk over to Klingenstein. Klingenstein up to Beck. D-to-D pass. And stolen by the Gulls at center ice. Ruff with the steal. Dumps back in the Gulls zone. Ruff with the active forecheck. Long pass. Not connected cleanly. Violante gets a stick on it, and Coccaro up with it, but stolen by Phelan. And the Gulls shot, unable to hit the net, so the Gulls just flying around the Mid-Fairfield zone early on. Coccaro looks to settle things down, overskates it, goes to the ice, and feathered out to Hannah, slides it over to Johnston. Back in is Ruff with the shot, unable to hit. Puck goes flying into the corner. Coccaro pinches in, dumps back in. Johnston back up with it, slides it over to Correa, and the Gulls with the steal out of their own zone into the neutral zone, skates over it, unable to get into the Mid-Fairfield blue line. Heckel now up with it. Heckel behind the Gulls net, circles around. Leaves it for Ludke. Ludke back to O'Neill. O'Neill shot, unable to hit the net. Yoon now collects. Puts it into the Gulls corner. And the Gulls back up with it. Errant pass, it's collected by Yoon, but the Gulls are there. Back into the Mid-Fairfield zone. Pan collides with Heckel and Ludke, gives up the puck. And here comes Yoon across center ice. Yoon hits the brakes, looks for some teammates, guys Heckel. Heckel back out to O'Neill, over to Yoon, back to Ludke, and into the opposite corner. O'Neill pinches in. Malafis keeps in the Gulls zone, but the Gulls break it out. Gulls across center ice into the Mid-Fairfield zone. Steal by Yoon. Beck trying to gain control of it. Spins and twirls, but unable to keep the puck. Gulls now back up with it behind their own net. Surveying the landscape. Long cross-ice pass to Fox. Fox tried to dump it to a teammate, doesn't connect, and here's Malafis. Malafis shot off the Long Island Gulls goalkeeper. Scranton now up with it, shot over the head of the Gulls goalkeeper. Schwarz now up with it, dumps it back in. Malefus back up on the puck. Kicked out, and here come the Gulls, breaking out across center ice and dumps it in. Violante fields, leaves the puck. Klingenstein now up with it, rides the puck out of the zone but loses the handle. Hurl dumps back in. Back out to the Gulls. Twists and turns, shot on Violante, able to push it aside, but the Gulls still up with the puck. Hurl pinches in, but loses the handle to mid-Fairfield. Scranton tries to get it up to Schwarz, unable to connect. Schwarz pinches in, dumps back into the corner. Puck's still loose, and now here come the Gulls across their own blue line. Johnston with a poke check. Shunk up with the puck. Shunk still with the puck. Passes over to Johnston. Johnston dumps in. Fielded by the Gulls goalkeeper, reverses course, but Johnston there again. Nice play by Johnston to keep it in, but the Gulls recover into the neutral zone. Picaro able to collect. Turnover battle, back and forth they go. Both teams unable to maintain any possession for very long. Wang now up with it across center ice. Reverses course, passes back to his own D. And the Gulls dump in. Conroy now behind Violante. Conroy circles around, trying to collect it to Wang, but unable to get there. Ludke gets a stick on it from mid-Fairfield.
Not too many when you're changing unless you attempt to play the puck.
Thank you for the explanation.
So some of the Gulls parents in mid-Fairfield exchanging words, but it's.
I am watching.
All right, and we'll move on from that. So long pass. O'Neill collects over to Zoo. Zoo dumps in behind the Gulls goalkeeper. O'Neill pinches in, dumps behind the Gulls goalkeeper again. Ludke now fighting for possession in the corner. Puck's loose on the side, still loose out in front. Gulls goalkeeper turns it away. Ludke back up with it, leaves it for Zoo. Zoo with a shot, but it's blocked. O'Neill able to recover the blocked shot and dumps in. So Correa going at it with one of the Gulls. So Randazzo and Correa going at it behind the play. So I think we're going to have some penalties here. So Randazzo and Correa head off to the penalty box. And really just some hockey plays out there.
Extra two. Cullen got an extra 2.
Oh, so I believe Correa got an extra 2, so it looks like the Gulls are going to go on a power play here. So Paul Vartanian enters the box. Didn't look like there was anything that serious, but nonetheless, the Gulls are on a power play here, the first of the day. So your penalty killers, Malefus, Yoon, Ruff, and Schwarz. Okay, win by mid-Fairfield. Yoon tries to get it out. Sinqui keeps it in. Shot! Oh, it actually looked like it bounced in and then out, but the ref there calls it no goal. So mid-Fairfield dodging an early bullet. Phelan tried to pass it to Tisdale. And here comes mid-Fairfield. Malefus now with the breakaway. Oh, and that's so funny because it looked like both shots actually went in. The goal shot in mid-Fairfield, but both times the ref calls it off. So I guess at this point they're even. Looked like both of them bounced in and out. The Gulls look to set up shop here in the mid-Fairfield zone. Sinqui at the top of the key, over to Phelan. Sinqui back up with a puck. Shot along the ice, but it's blocked by a bunch of mid-Fairfield players. Phelan now up with it, loses the handle. Malefus now tries to get it out, kept in by the Gulls. Shot, unable to get a full stick on it. Conroy back up with it at the top of the key. Conroy pitches in, shot, unable to hit the net. Sinqui is able to field the puck with a skate. Cross ice pass to Conroy. Conroy circles around, looks back for Sinqui. The blue line. Shot, pad save by Violante. Oh, good poke check by Ruff. And Ruff able to knock it out of the zone.
Go, go, go!
Sinqui now in control of the puck.
Nice!
Toe drag and saved by Violante. 7:36 left in the first period. We're all tied up 0-0.
One post.
Both teams with significant scoring chances, but unable to cash in. So Klingenstein's out there right now with Johnston, Beck, Shunk, and Scranton. So the penalty's expired. Gulls now into the slot, whiffs on the shot. Out in front, twirls, hits off a couple of mid-Fairfield players. Shunk now back up with it, hits the brakes. DeMarco keeps in. Blocked by Shunk, saved by Violante. Shot, nice pad save by Violante. And Beck throws it out. So 2-on-1 for the Gulls, back and forth. It's going to be a delayed penalty here. Violante makes the save.
Way to be, Nick.
So O'Neill, Cuccaro, Heckel, and Lucci are your penalty killers. So Randazzo faces off against Heckel. Win by mid-Fairfield. O'Neill circles around and taps it out of the zone. Fielded soccer-like. And the Gulls get back right into the zone. DeMarco goes hard down to the ice. They're going to call an offside on the Gulls. So Heckel with the win back to Cuccaro and thrown softly down into the goal zone, forcing the goalkeeper to field it. Cross ice pass. Here come the Gulls. Gets by Cuccaro. out to the blue line. DeMarco, the top of the key, doesn't get a full stick on it. The Gulls still in control. And skips over Tisdale's skate. Stolen by Caccaro. Controlled now by the Gulls again. Both teams just struggling to hold on to the puck. Shot by DeMarco, saved by Violante. Heckel now is sitting on it, I think. And so tic-tac-toe passing in the front of Violante, and the goal.
Come on, boys. Let's go, MF! Coffee.
So win by the Gulls right into the mid-Fairfield zone. Shot by Violante that's gloved. So 5:27 left in the first period. Malefis at the face-off. It's going to get thrown out here. Scranton comes in. Win by the Gulls. Shot, saved by Violante. Kept in, Sequi with a shot, but goes off of Vartanian. Puck skips off the opposite corner. And Fairfield just looking to control the puck here. And Scranton comes up with it. Kai Scranton across center ice, so a full set of steam. Nice poke check by Sinkley. Over to Yoon now. Vartanian now with it, unable to get a clean shot on, blocked by the Gulls. And here come the Gulls. They turn it over at center ice. Dennis up with it, shot, unable to hit the net. And here comes mid-Fairfield now. Scranton tries to split the defenseman, unable to do so.
Oh!
There's going to be another penalty on mid-Fairfield now. I believe Scranton's going to head off. All right, so at 4:18 left in the first period, mid-Fairfield's going to be forced to go on their second penalty kill of the day. Last time, the Gulls were able to cash in. So Hannah is out there with Ruff and Clemency and Schwartz. Win by the Gulls. Sinkley with a shot, unable to hit the net. Conroy recovers the puck, back to Tisdale. Conroy back up with it, back to Sinkley, the top of the key. Back to Tisdale. Tries to get it to Conroy, but Schwartz is there with the stick. Sinkley back at the top of the key, shot, block, saved by Violante with the pad. Nice play by Ruff. And the Gulls enter the zone, but then promptly turn it over. Back into the neutral zone, Conroy circles around. Phelan now up with it. Give and go passing, shot that's gloved by Violante. So 3:27 left in the first period. Mid Fairfield down by 1. So the Gulls trying to pass it around. Gulls control the puck out in front of Violante. Save with a pad, another save. Malefus able to come in and sweep it away. Just trying to get it out of the zone, but the Gulls recover.
Nice, rip it!
And glove save by Violante. 41 seconds left in the penalty to Scranton. 2:58 left in the period. Sinkley with a shot, deflects off a couple of players. Conroy with the puck, tries to set things up. Cross ice pass, unable to handle it cleanly. Nice play by Coccaro to bump the puck loose. Working along the boards is Malefus. Sinkley up with it, pinches in. Coccaro denies the complete entry into the slot area. Phelan now up with it at his own blue line. A nice poke check by Heckel, but Phelan recovers. Sinkley now up with it. Shot, unable to hit the net. Penalties expired. Gulls back up with it. Oh, nice play by mid-Fairfield to deny that shot there. That was Heckel came in. Right, delayed penalty on the Gulls. Heckel with the puck. So mid-Fairfield's going to go on its first power play of the day. 1:52 left in the first period. Sinkley's going to head off to the penalty box.
Haven't been over there in a while.
All right, so your first penalty kill or power play unit, you have Malefus, Scranton, Ruff, Heckel, and Hannah out there. So win by the Gulls, contested by Ruff and Scranton. Scranton along the boards with it. He's got 3 Gulls players all over him. Hannah now up with it, over to Heckel, back to Hannah, back to Ruff. Ruff back up with it. Gulls playing an active penalty kill here. They're all over the puck carrier. Heckel now up with it. At the top of the key, gets it to Malefus. Over to Hannah. Shot saved by the Gulls goalkeeper. So 1:20 left. So coach runs with the same power play unit. He's got Scranton at the face-off. So win by mid-Fairfield. Over to Heckel. Back to Hannah. Back to Heckel. Back to Malefus. Shot! Blocker save.
Go, Pete, go!
A shot on Violante that goes over his head. Heckel now collects the puck. Malefus mishandles it temporarily, but then throws it back over to Shunk. Shunk to Heckel. Heckel now gains the zone, leaves it for Scranton. Scranton by a couple of players, loses the handle. Mid-Fairfield looks to set up. Now you have Coccaro. Back to Hannah. Oh, he had a streaking Scranton blocker save by the Gulls goalkeeper. Back to Heckel. Shunk now with the puck. Spins and turns. And that'll be the first period. So we'll take a short break and give you a period 2 in just a second.
I'll do this one. I was a little rusty there. I was a little behind the puck a couple times. Usually after like run fast, run like a lot. Yeah, you gotta get into that. No, I'm good. I can improve my...
Sound's on? Okay.
Should I have stopped it?
It's okay. I didn't say anything bad. All right, and we're back for period 2. So an entertaining first period. Gulls getting the only goal. So Mid-Fairfield's got to dig itself out of a little hole here, down by 1. So your starting lineup for period 2, Correa, Johnston, and Ludke. And on defense, Zhu and Picaro. So Phelan digging at the puck with Correa. Then Fairfield wins, but stolen by Phelan. But there's going to be an offside. Dennis had been still in the mid-Fairfield zone before his teammate crossed the blue line. So Johnston up with it. Dumps it into the goal zone. Kept in and pinned along the boards. Correa still fighting for possession. Throws it out to Picaro. Over to Zhu. Zhu shoots, tipped, but harmlessly past the goal. Back out to Picaro. Over to Correa. Correa shot over the head of the goalkeeper. Siegel now turns it over at the neutral zone, but his teammate Phelan there to pick back up. Nice stick work by Violante. So puck goes behind Violante. Picaro overskates it, but then recovers. Reverses course with the puck over to Zhu. And Correa dumps in, gives it to Johnston, who picks it up, loses the handle along the glass, but regains it, shoved into the boards, and now here comes Conroy back with the puck. Conroy with a full head of steam, out onto Violante. Violante looked like he got a stick out onto the puck. Still battling here at center ice, both teams. Isdell now in pursuit onto Zhu with a hit. Battling for possession. And it goes out to the neutral zone. Malefis now in front of the nets. Puck is loose and the goalkeeper is able to cover it up. Yanni Malefis creating a Malefus will be out there with Beck and Scranton. Schwartz and Yoon out on D. So win by the Gulls. Schwartz tries to keep it in. Malefus now somehow comes out with it. Shot, unable to hit the net. Another shot, but that's blocked off a Gulls player. And icing's going to get waved off. Violante forced to field it, throws it along the boards. Gulls player comes up with it temporarily, but overskates it. Malefus now back up with it, loses the handle, and Eric Pan up with it. Pan now up with the puck, tries a toe drag, knocked off the puck. Scranton now, oh, and big hit by Randazzo on Beck. Mid Fairfield back up with the puck, skips off into the corner is Beck. Randazzo overskates and Scranton temporarily gains control. Shunk now up with it, feathers it off the boards, no icing. Johnston in hot pursuit on the forecheck. Oh, and Johnston shoved down, no penalty. Shunk up now with the puck. Hanna loses the handle, but Mid Fairfield recovers. And here comes Hanna along the wing. He's got Johnston's shot that's sticked aside. 13-13 left in the second period. Mid Fairfield down by a goal. So we've got Hanna out there at the center position along with Ruff and Johnston. O'Neill and Caccaro out on D. So the Gulls player Phelan gets thrown out of the face-off circle. And a win by the Gulls who control the puck. Phelan now back up with it. Wait for his teammates, but Caccaro with a nice poke check. Caccaro active along the boards causes the turnover. Johnston able to put it high up into the air, and it's recovered by Lopiano. Johnston now back up with it. Tries to get it over to Hanna that was waiting in the slot. Oh! Turned and fired by Hanna, unable to hit the net though. Ruff now back up with it. Ruff out to Caccaro, shot way high. Long pass by the Gulls, which is going to cause an icing. So at 12:20 left in the second period, still down by 1. We're going to go to commercial break for Tim Horton. Remember to get your Timbits. They are a favorite of Coach Gragg's. It's Coach Gragg's stamp of approval. So Correa and Heckel fight along the boards. The Gulls player trying to loosen the puck. Back and forth the puck goes. High up into the air over Zoo's head. Conroy gives chase. And turned over. Correa getting into it along the boards. So we're gonna have a penalty here. Nice. So Mid Fairfield is gonna go back on the power play here. Correa drawing the ire of the Gulls players along the boards. It's really been a development in Colin Correa's ability as a hockey player. When he was younger, probably would have gotten the penalty, but now really highly skilled at enticing the other player into the action, causing the power play opportunity for Mid-Fairfield. Big development in Colin Correa's game as a hockey player. So win by Mid-Fairfield over to Heckel. Heckel slides it to Coccaro at the top of the key. Back to Heckel. Malefus over to Scranton. Active penalty kill by the Gulls. They are all over the puck carrier. Over to Heckel's shot, and it's saved by the Gulls goalkeeper. The Gulls had overloaded. Braden Heckel probably a little bit off from yesterday, but seems to still be getting through it nonetheless. Okay, and here comes Conroy with a full head of steam. Gets by Heckel, shot saved by Violante with the pad. Conroy using that speed to create the opportunity for the Gulls. Mid-Fairfield struggling to get it out of their own zone. Ruff now up with the puck. Ruff hits the brakes, leaves it for Coccaro. Coccaro back to Ruff. Over to Malefus, unable to hit the net, which seems to be the theme for Mid-Fairfield today. Scranton now, Coccaro able to collect the missed pass to Malefus. Malefus shot, and it's gloved. So 10:23 left in the second period, 36 seconds left in the penalty. Coach changes out his unit. Correa out there with Ludke and Hanna. Klingenstein and Shunk out on D. All right. Not sure what that whistle was for, but we're going to stop play and redo that again. So win by the Gulls. But back, Mid-Fairfield back up with the puck. Shunk up with it. Klingenstein now tries to pinch in, but then turns the puck over. Out onto Violante, save! Joe Violante comes up big. The Gulls had a 2-on-1. Violante. Correa at center. Dumps it out over to Yoon. Hanna slides it over to Lutke. Gets it to Schwartz, who dumps in. And there's the Gulls. Oh, nice play by Leo Yoon to deny that pass. Tisdale and DeMarco give him a couple of hits. Yoon back up with it. And we're going to have another penalty here. So both teams seem to not be able to help themselves. So Correa, after I just said that a minute ago, is going to head to the penalty box. So Mid-Fairfield at 9:23 is going to have to kill off a penalty. So your penalty killers, Ruff, Shunk, Malefus, and O'Neill. Malefus at the center position. Coach Leddy getting an explanation from one of the refs. So O'Neill tries to get it out, but it's kept in by Sinkley. Phelan up with the puck, over by the glass. Leaves it for Conroy, back to Sinkley, to Tisdale. Conroy collects. Back out to Tisdale. shot, and beats Violante over the head. We'll be back, so it's about a 10-minute break, and we'll be back to give you the second half. Sound off? Oh. Okay, and welcome back. I'm going to bring you the second half of today's game. So Mid-Fairfield giving up a goal late, just before we went to break. And so Mid-Fairfield's digging itself a little bit of a hole here, down 2-0. But we'll see if the boys can cut this lead in half. All right, Hannah at the center position, win by the Gulls. Conroy gives it up to Klingenstein. Hannah leaves it for Johnston. Oh, over to Ruff. But stolen back by the Gulls. Gulls look to break it out. Cross-ice pass over. Shot blocked by Schwartz. Schwartz leaves it for Hannah. All right, we're gonna have another stoppage in play here. Looks like another penalty. Gonna go on another power play opportunity here. So your first power play unit of the day, you've got Scranton out there with Malefus and Ruff, DeCaro and Heckel. DeCaro and Heckel talking things over. So win by the Gulls though. Pinned into the corner, but out to Cuccaro. Cuccaro surveys, throws it over to Heckel. Heckel back to Malefus, back to Cuccaro, back to Malefus. Behind the net. Ruff on his horse trying to get there early, but the Gulls doing a good job. 2 men on a puck. Then Fairfield now running into each other. And Heckel leaves it for Cuccaro. Ruff unable to handle it cleanly. Malefus just looking to get things settled down. Malefus across the blue line. Malefus shot, unable to hit the net. Ruff's got 3 Gulls players around him. Cuccaro retreats and collects. Back over to Heckel. So Mid-Fairfield unable to get anything going. Conroy with an active forecheck on Mid-Fairfield. Conroy with the steal. Right now, the Gulls controlling pace of play despite being on the penalty kill. Fairfield knocked a little back on their heels. Cross-ice pass to Malefus. They gain the zone. Klingenstein able to just knock the puck back, but Mid-Fairfield with nothing on the power play here. Hannah now with the puck, across center ice, gains the zone. Hannah hits the brakes, dumps it back to Scranton. Only Gulls players are there though.
Chip, chip! Go, go!
Into the Mid-Fairfield zone, shot onto Violante that's secured. So 5:59 left in the second period, nothing doing with the last power play opportunity for Mid-Fairfield. Coach changes out his group. He's got Hannah out there with Yoon, Johnston, Zoo, and Lutke. Win by the Gulls, dump back in behind Violante. Zoo pinned along the boards along with Johnston and Ludke. Gulls loose with the puck again. Behind Violante, but Hannah there to collect the errant pass, but turns it back over to Fox. So you and one of the Gulls players exchanging hits, cross ice pass, unable to connect. Johnston flies down the ice and Wong is there. Ludke able to collect the puck, leaves it for Hannah, but turns it over. But Ludke there to pick up the errant pass. Johnston now races off into the corner. And the puck gets just carelessly thrown out. Okay, and there's going to be an interference call. And so it's going to be against Mid-Fairfield. Coach Letty not understanding the call. So Yoon is going to head to the penalty box. 4:50 left in the second period, so Mid-Fairfield just came off the power play, which resulted in, I believe, no shots, but now is going to be forced to go on the penalty kill. So your penalty killers, Malefus, Kakaro, Ruff, and O'Neill win by Mid-Fairfield. Kakaro, though, turns it over behind O'Neill there to pick it up. The Gulls keep it in. Sinkley now up with the puck. Cycles it around. Sinkley back up with it. Fakes like he's going to shoot it, but passes it. Unable to connect to his partner. Tisdale up with it. Oh, and stolen by Malefus. Malefus races down, but credit the Gulls goalkeeper, who makes an outstanding play. The Gulls goalkeeper races out to meet the puck before Malefus can get there. Yanni Malefus is known for that, for stealing those pucks, the shorthanded opportunities. Shot by Sinkley, and it tips in. So Violante, I didn't believe saw his glove. He never saw the puck, and I do believe it did change directions once, but tough shot by Sinkley. And the Gulls are able to cash in once again on the power play. So Mid-Fairfield down 3-0 already in the second period. So win by Mid-Fairfield. Correa dumps it into the corner for Heckel. Correa now over with Heckel. Correa back up with a puck out in front. Ludke now up with it. Out to Klingenstein, shot. Bounce off a couple of players.
Well, get there!
Heckel now tries to throw it out to Klingenstein. The Gulls there are able to break it out. Pan now enters the zone. Is ridden out to the corner by Schwartz. Shot. Unable to hit the net. Klingenstein trying to connect. Oh, now Heckel's loose. Shot, padded save by the goalkeeper. Heckel still battling for puck possession. Out to Shunk, and it's blocked. And here comes Dennis from the Gulls. Breakaway, saved by Violante. Shot, hits off a couple of players. Stolen by Scranton. He's got Malefus with him. Feathers it over. Oh, unable to get it onto his stick in time. So some really good up and down action. Oh, here comes Malefus again. Malefus, and he beats the Gulls goalkeeper. Beautiful goal by Yanni Malefus. Closer to the puck. The Gulls goalkeeper unable to get out there in time. And Malefus, with the slick hands, able to beat the Gulls goalkeeper to get Mid-Fairfield finally on the board late in the second period. 1:41 left. Hannah at the face-off, win by the Gulls. Sinqui back up with the puck. Loses the handle, but the Gulls control still. Gulls forced to retreat. Johnston with the active forecheck. Stolen by Mid-Fairfield, back over to Johnston, who dumps into the corner. Loose out in front. Ruff unable to get a stick on it. Sinqui throws it out. Cuccaro didn't know where it was for a second there. It was right at his feet. Conroy up with it. Loose out in front. Conroy dumps back in. Behind Violante, out in front. Big hit on Conroy, and I think Caccaro's gonna, I think it's either Cuccaro or Hannah's gonna. Yep, and Owen Hannah is going to head to the penalty box here. So Mid-Fairfield creating some difficulty for itself after just cutting into the lead. It's going to be forced to kill off a penalty here. So your penalty killers, Malefus, Klingenstein, Colin Correct, and Jack Schwartz. Win by the Gulls. Thisdale shot, blocker saved by Violante. Out to the top. Sinqui faking, trying to get Correa to bite. Thisdale pinches in, shot, and beats Violante. All four of their goals have come on power play opportunities. So they go up a commanding 4-1 lead over Mid-Fairfield, 21 seconds left. Correa at center. Got Ludke and Heckel, O'Neill and Zhu on D. Zhu tries to feed Ludke. Overshoots him a little bit. Ludke's still fighting for possession. Ludke with a bunch of big hits. Ludke back up with the puck, throws it over to O'Neill, and that's the second period. So we'll take a short break and be back with you in a second.
shots, but shots.
Oh. Okay, and welcome back. And we'll get going to the third period. And just an out-of-town report. Apparently, E.J. Faich, who's in Learn to Play Hockey, has gotten the first ever penalty for Yale youth hockey. Had to sit out 5 minutes for a high stick. So my wife is reporting on my grandson. So that's entertaining. Nice to see him get a penalty and learn to play. But I didn't think that was possible, but apparently he was serving his penalty on the bench. So we'll try to give you any more reports. Last week, I know he employed the heartbreaker from Patrick Kane and then proceeded to fall down on the ice. So it's always fun in Mike hockey. So we're back at it the third period. Vartanian now chases Gulls players back into their own zone. Gulls break it out. Pick play by the Gulls player. Shot into Violante that's padded to the side. Mid Fairfield looks to break out. Got Scranton now. All right, we're gonna have a stoppage in play here. So they're going to try to get it straightened out who it is. All the Gulls players are looking, not me, but Fox is going to head to the box here. So the #1 power play unit comes out. Hannah at the face-off, win by the Gulls. Last time, Mid Fairfield, I don't even believe got a shot on net. Shunk, so coach changes it up. Puts Shunk out there and Hannah. But again, here come the Gulls. They're gonna have a breakaway. Conroy up with the puck, but falls down. Hannah now up with the puck, gains the zone, hits the brakes. Cross ice pass to Shunk. Again, back to Lutke, over to Hannah. Out in front, Johnston was there, but unable to get his stick down in time. And tipped off of Lutke's stick, goes into the Mid Fairfield zone. Pressured by the Gulls. Cuccaro now back up with it and out there. Cuccaro feeds it to Hannah, gets by his defenseman, but then it's bumped out of the play. Back up to Cuccaro. Back to Hannah. Hannah circles around. And stolen by the Gulls.
Nice play.
By Cuccaro and scored. So the Gulls with a short-handed goal there. So Zoo forced to retreat. 26 seconds left in the penalty, but just Mid Fairfield just out of sorts here. There's going to be a penalty on the Gulls. So Malefis leaves it for Heckel. Heckel trying to get set up. Over to Schwarz, shot, and it deflects in. So Jack Schwarz with a goal on the delayed penalty. Now, okay, and they're trying to get things straightened out here. Phelan from the Gulls over talking to the ref about something to do with a penalty. So, and that's going to work to Mid-Fairfield's advantage. There was still 7 seconds left on the previous penalty, so it wipes away that one, and then Mid-Fairfield gets a new 2 minutes. So Yoon back up with the puck, but he's immediately surrounded by Phelan and Hurl, and forced to give up the puck. And here comes Malefus. Malefus gains the zone, gets by Hurl. Out to Heckel, over to Yoon, mishandles the puck, it goes into the corner. Heckel able to keep in, back over to Schwartz, back over to Yoon, shot, and it's deflected high up into the air off the netting. So 1:19 left in the penalty. There's Fairfield on the power play here. Hannah at the face-off. Win by the Gulls. Contested by Klingenstein. Ruff now up with it. Ludke still fighting for possession along with Hannah. Out to Shunk. Shunk shoots. Loose out in front. Klingenstein now up with it. Back out to Shunk. Over to Hannah. Shot. Unable to hit the net. Klingenstein fakes like he's going to pass. Shot off the pad of the goalkeeper and lifted high up into the air. Shunk forced to retreat. Shunk's being held, but no call. And Ruff forced to retreat. But turns the puck over. The Gulls back in control, but then they turn it over to Ludke. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Picaro now surveys, gets it out to Shunk. Shunk, beautiful pass to Ludke. Ludke gains the zone, gets a shot, loose out in front. Oh, Shunk was thinking about a big shot, and it skipped over his stick. Shunk back up with it. Turns it over to Phelan, but Phelan turns it right back over to him. Beck unable to handle it cleanly. Cuccaro back into the corner. Knocks it over to Shunk. Gets it to Correa. He's hit by Randazzo. Forced to give up the puck. Fox up with the puck. Skates around, puts it out in front. Nobody home, but Sinqui back up with it. Circles around. Sinqui pinches in. Looks for a teammate. Nice poke check by Cuccaro to free the puck. Correa and Sinqui going at it back and forth along with Randazzo. Beck now across the blue line. Lifted high up into the air by the Gulls. Bounding puck. Beck there. Violante forced to play the puck. Randazzo now up with it. Tried to pass it to an open teammate. Good stick work by Mid-Fairfield. Here's Malefus by his defenseman. Leaves it out in front, unable to get a shot on. Scranton now leaves it for O'Neill, who shoots. Unable to get it on net. O'Neill again with another shot, unable to hit the net. Malefus and Randazzo going at it. O'Neill back. Over to Vartanian. Get along, the Gulls goalkeeper able to secure the puck here. So 10:14 left in the third period. Correa at the center position. He's got Heckle off his right shoulder. And Fairfield looking to cut into the lead, but here comes the Gulls. They're gonna have a 2-on-1. Conroy with a backhander and beats Violante. So mid-Fairfield just struggling to put anything together here. Correa at the center position, steal by the Gulls again. Another shot that's turned away by Violante. Wang pitches in. Conroy back up with the puck. Out in front. DeMarco able to slap it back in behind Violante. Klingenstein up with it, over to Heckle. Back to Lutke. Klingenstein with a steal. But Fairfield promptly turns it over, and then the Gulls turn it over. Klingenstein over to Shunk. And here comes Johnston. Shot by Hanna. Saved by the Gulls goalkeeper.
Go, go, go!
Here come the Gulls again. Mid-Fairfield goes for a shift change here. Long pass, it's deflected in. Still battling. Gulls back up with it. Violante with a stick. The poke check with the stick. Hurl forced to retreat. Beck with a forecheck.
Gotta get back!
And Violante with the save. Malphus back up with it.
3! That's 3! Don't want him! Call it!
Lots of refereeing going on in the stands here. Yoon able to get a shot on net, blocker to side. Yoon winds up again, unable to hit the net this time. Still battling for the puck. Finally, Yoon able to settle it down with Zhu. Across the blue line, leaves it for Vartanian, shot. Unable to hit the net. I think it deflected off a stick. Yoon taps back in. Heckle now back up with the puck. Klingenstein now. And the steal by the Gulls thrown high up into the air. 5:58 left, 57, sorry. And we're gonna have an icing. So Scranton at the face-off position. Got Vartanian out there. Heckel. Shunk and Shores out there. Still battling for possession behind the Gulls goalkeeper. Out in front, Vartanian able to tap it back in. Gulls look to break it out. Shunk pinches in. Pass out of the zone by the Gulls. Scranton there. Here comes Dennis from the Gulls. Shot. Blocker save by Violante. Phelan back up with it. Phelan with a shot, but we're going to have some penalties here.
You gotta be kidding me. You watch the goalie slash 3 guys and you call interference.
So Mid Fairfield's going to go on power play here, try to cut into this lead. So Caccaro collects, throws it over to Shunk. Caccaro surveys. Comes out from behind the net, gets it over to Shunk. Shunk feeds Malefus, unable to do so cleanly, but Malefus still with the puck. Dumps it in. Heckel gets there, along with Scranton. Back out to Malefus, over to Shunk. Shot. Shunk, nifty moves, shot off of one of the players in the slot. Shunk back up, pinches in, shot. Unable to hit the nets. Heckel back over to Caccaro. Caccaro gets the blue line over to Scranton. Unable to control it cleanly. Caccaro back out to Shunk. Over to Caccaro. Caccaro cross ice to Heckel. Over to Malefus. Malefus with some nifty skating. Shot. Unable to hit the net. Shunk able to keep it in. Caccaro over to Scranton, unable to field it cleanly, and the Gulls are, oh, it started to go out. Looked like it was kept in by the boards, but there's a breakaway for Conroy. Shunk with some nice defensive moves to keep Conroy, who's a very slippery player, from getting a shot onto Violante. So 3:29 left, 14 seconds left in the penalty to the Gulls. Gulls up 6-2. So win by Mid Fairfield. Ludke up with it. Ludke gains the zone. Battle along the boards. Hurl now up with it. Nifty pass by Hurl. Shot saved by Violante. Puck skips by Violante. Stolen by Ludke. Back over to Klingenstein. Klingenstein with some skating room. Over to Ludke, hits the brakes. And they're going to call an offside on Ruff there. 2:21 left in the third period. Controlled by the Gulls. Behind Violante. Wine now at the blue line, shot, and it's absorbed by Violante's pads. 2:01 left in the third period. Controlled by the Gulls. And Johnston able to throw it down to the Gulls goalkeeper. Comes way out of the net to field it. Beck now up with the puck. Turnovers galore at the blue line for the Gulls, and Mid-Fairfield back in charge of the puck. But again, turns it right back over and then turns it over again to Ruff. All right, we're gonna have a stoppage in play here, 1:14 left. All right, O'Neill up with the puck. O'Neill gains the zone, leaves for Zoo, back to O'Neill, over to Zoo, shot, it's deflected off to the side by the goalkeeper. Gulls enter the zone. Shot by the Gulls, unable to hit the net. Mid-Fairfield back up with it. Malefus now. Oh, Klingenstein with a big hit on the Gulls players. Klingenstein getting into it. So lots of chippiness out there, and that's time's expired. So that's it, folks. So we'll see you this afternoon when Mid-Fairfield looks to bounce back from 2 straight losses, and we'll go to face the Rockets this afternoon. So we'll see you this afternoon.